Hey Project Fam, welcome to an episode of how I saved about $1,000 doing my own maintenance in one weekend. So the goal is to perform maintenance on two cars. On one car, I'm going to do an oil change, oil and filter change, and then I have a problem with a brake light. I don't know what it is. I have to figure it out. The second car, I'm going to do, again, an oil change, and I'm also going to change rotors, change pads, do a full brake job. All in all, just this weekend, I'm going to save $1,000 just by doing this work myself. So here I am, I'm letting the fluid out of the beast. This is the beast. It takes a lot of oil. It's a 8-cylinder, 400 horsepower, twin turbo, 4.4 liter engine. I think that's it. It takes 9 quarts of oil. And I change my oil faithfully every 5,000 miles. On this car, look at that dirty hands. But on this car, I always worry about fragments. I worry about metal fragments from the engine going into the oil. So that's why it's very important when I change my oil filter. That's the cartridge right there. Is that a Zimmerman rotor? Hey, Zimmerman and Liquid Moly, I need some sponsorships because I dig your parts. That's a Zimmerman rotor right there. All right. So I'm just basically going to pull apart the pleats, and I'm looking for things that don't belong. Basically, I'm looking for anything. I'm looking for metal fragments. I'm looking for things that filter caught. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rip it apart, take it apart so I can separate the cleats and look for any metal fragments. If I find metal fragments in my filter, that means that there's a problem in my engine. Just to keep it simple, a problem can mean that metal things are grinding down in the engine and your engine is about to have some serious issues, whether that's loss of power or complete engine failure. But as I look at this filter, I see absolutely nothing. So we did good. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nice filter, nice pleats. See that? Cup goes at the bottom. Go. So let's take this O-ring off. Make sure it's in the right groove, which is this one. It's perfect. Oof. On this particular car, if that filter doesn't snap in that housing, it's not in. Very important that you do things right. If it doesn't snap, maybe it's the wrong filter. Something is not right. These German cars are built like Lego. It's supposed to go together. If it doesn't go together, there's a problem. Don't force it. I always change the copper gasket on my drain plug. When I take it in for service, I don't know if they change it or not. And I'm not going to pull the drain plug out just to make sure that you can't do it. So that's why I also like to do it myself. If that looks like a soda container kind of cut in half, that's because it is. Check out some of my other videos. That's one of my hacks. I always use bottles. I recycle bottles as funnels. After you fill this engine with 9 freaking quarts of oil, you make sure the engine is full from inside the car. There's no dipstick. Vehicle info. Let's go to vehicle status. And let's go to engine oil level. Engine oil. All right, let's start engine. There we go. Looks pretty good. I'm at max, even though the car is at an incline. Still looks good. All right, so let's fix part 2. So the emergency brake is not on, but yet I'm getting a brake light. So the brake, the emergency brake are two different things. So when I put the emergency brake on, see, that's the emergency brake. This shows that the pads are wearing because the sensor is triggered. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and figure out why this light is on. Since the car is dirty, I see something's going on here. So if I shine in here, inside here is a clean mark on the wheel. It's really hard to see. Let me see if I can get some additional light. So maybe, oh, there it is. That's a good shot. So do you see that clean spot right there on the wheel? It doesn't belong there. There's no reason why there should be a clean spot right there. So I'm trying to figure out why that's there. And what do I see? I see inside here the brake light sensor has shorted and broke on the wheel. It'll be clearer when I take it off. So I'm going to take off the wheel now. You'll be able to see. Fortunate that there were clues to that problem, and it all makes sense. On these cars, there's a brake sensor on the driver's side front and passenger rear. So I was going to take off both of those wheels anyway, just to see if I can find a problem. And the first wheel I took off, I found the problem. So I'm going to take this wheel off and see if I can give you guys a better look. Power tools, baby. So I'm going to take off 4 of the 5 lugs. I'm going to leave one on because after I knock the wheel and it comes, I don't want it falling on my toe. So I'll take off that one lug and pull the wheel down safely. Now you can get a better shot. See that? See that right there? Nice and smooth. Right? Smooth. Because the brake line has been rubbing against that wheel. Oh shoot, what did I just break? I know what I just broke. Nevertheless. Alright, so I'm going to turn the wheel and let's get a better look. So there we go. That's the problem. See, this is supposed to be clipped right here. So this plastic clip broke off. That's why every time I do brakes, I change that clip. See, this is the clip. This is for the other car, but this is the clip that you want to change right there. All right. So I'm going to have to use the zip ties. First, change this wire. If I can fish it out. Can I get in there? Yeah, I can pull that out. Change the wire and we'll be good to go. That's that. Plenty of pad left right there. Plenty of pad. So let's change the wire. So that wire I purchased was $25 on the internet. I had to pick up another one from a brick and mortar locally. It was $50. It is what it is. But what would have happened if I went to a dealer or an indie shop for them to diagnose and fix the problem? Would they have charged me for a full brake job? Who knows? I don't know. But I don't remember ever taking my car to a dealer and them telling me there's a $25 part and we'll charge you $20 labor. Your bill is $50, $45. It doesn't happen. It's anywhere from $200 to $1,000. Now that this job is complete, I'm going to start on the full brake job on the other car. That's the white car. So we're changing brake pads front and rear. We're changing rotors front and rear. And we're also changing the 2 brake sensor wires. Remember the brake sensor wires on the driver's side front and driver's side rear. For a full brake job like that, $600 easy. $1,500 at the dealer. Seriously. I knocked both cars out in one weekend. See the shiny rotor inside the wheel? I expect this car to be a champ on the highway. No more vibration when I hit the brake. After I change the oil and filter, I'll be ready for a road trip. Let's go.